Hi, good morning. This is Balachandra Pichai. I'm an event manager by passion and profession. So, continuing on the journey of 5 steps in experience marketing. So, we are going to be talking about the third acronym, that is the third letter of 5 steps, that is STE. Today, we are going to be talking about the letter E of 5 steps in experience marketing. So, just to review, the first step in experience marketing is S, the letter S, which stands for success stories. Share your success stories. The second letter in the steps is T, which stands for teaching your tribe. Okay, giving a lot of valuable information, educational information about your product and services. Yeah. The third we are going to be talking about today is E. So before that, I just wanted to check whether have you started with your success stories, that is the first step, and have you started making a list of areas or list of topics which you can list of topics where you can give educational information or free information to your customers. If you're not done that today, start today. I mean, it's never late. You can start off today. Start with yes, that is starting with the success stories, sharing success stories, customers success stories. Second, list down areas where you can help your customer to benefit from your experience. And third, we are going to be talking about the third letter, which is E, is experiential events. I think many of you would have guessed it already, E for event. Yeah, so it's an experiential events. Events are a very important aspect in marketing. I mean, big corporates spend huge amount of money and effort, in hiring and right agency, hiring a lot of big agencies, hiring a lot of creative agencies to execute their event, to come out with new and innovative events, experiential events. So experiential events are going to be the new way of marketing. I mean, it's always been there, but even the big brands are looking at providing a rich experiential events to their customers, to their prospects, to their employees as well, so internal customers as well as the external customers. So experiential events. So what is experiential event? Experiential event is basically where people will be able to get a unique experience which is long lasting. At the same time, it definitely gives you some kind of an possibility for you to share those experience outside. Yeah. So experiential events basically has two roles. One, it creates a long lasting impression in the minds of the customer. At the same time, it also gives you some kind of an opportunity to share in the digital or the social media platforms. Okay, so word of mouth marketing, so there are three or four, to simplify events. I mean, there are broadly four categories of events. One is the conference, where you do some kind of a knowledge sharing. There is ceremonies, like for example, you have New Year, you have anniversaries, those are called ceremonial events. Then you have a celebration event. Celebration could be like, achieved a milestone, which is your 10th anniversary, or it could be some other milestone you have achieved, you have received an award. So those are celebration, or it could be just an employee engagement. You could be a kind of an, maybe a launch of a new product. Those are typically a celebration kind of an event. Then you have the challenges or the contest. So you can engage your customers or the prospects in a kind of a challenge. Then you call them for a challenge. That's called the challenges, or maybe a contest kind of an event. So there are four different kind of event possibilities. Now, these are basically the events which you can organize, but there are also events where you can participate. I mean, I'm sure like most of you would have also participated in an expo, basically like there's an exhibition and you would have taken up a stall there, right? So those are participate event where you participate in an event. Okay, it could be a kind of a knowledge sharing platform, or a summit, or a forum where you might be invited as a guest or a participant, or maybe some kind of an voluntary organizing committee or something like that. So you can even invite your customers there, so which is basically about your industry, your trends, and what you call your industry development, or maybe the latest trends which are going to be discussed. For example, a lot of these medical doctors keep participating in a lot of conferences and all that, right? So where you might be able to invite your prospects, maybe like the pharma company invites the doctors for a kind of an upcoming development in their in the industry, so like that. So you can invite your customers. So you can even there are other sponsored events, like where you part of it, what you call forum, or maybe like it could be like festival. For example, there's a festival happening, somebody is organizing a festival, there's a music festival, and then you are sponsoring it, and then you can give tickets or passes to VIP passes to your customers. So those are participative, where others are organizing and you're just becoming a sponsors or a participant there. So even you can invite there, and then you can organize some kind of an engagement activity with your customers, so which either gives you a kind of a touch and feel about your brand, and there's a direct customer with your customers, a direct interaction with your customers, and also they are able to share that to a social media, leveraging whatever your brand story is. And how can you invite? What are the various ways you can invite your customer? Either you can invite the customer, maybe like you can call them as just as passive participant, or you can call them for becoming maybe like if it is a challenge, you can ask them to come and become a jury, or they can become a kind of an one of the judges in parties. So they feel privileged. Or you can call them for a kind of an guest speaker. For example, maybe like you're organizing a knowledge session, and then you are inviting a customer for, to speak about his domain. Like for example, if you're a pharma company, you're a pharma dealer, and you're asking one of the doctors to come and speak about the domain, whichever this thing, to your customers or the prospects. So maybe you have the doctors also are influencers, right? So you can call your customers as one of the influencers, key influencers. So you can invite, you can think about how you can creatively have your customers coming and attending your event, or you can participate, or you can sponsor some event, and then you can invite your customers. They can become a participant, they can become a jury, they can become guest speakers, they can become even maybe like you can even award them. For example, if one of my client is a corporate client, and then I want the HR manager to be I want the HR manager to come and attend one of my event, I can even propose, if it's an HR event where we are felicitating a lot of HR managers, we can ask them to come and I can even nominate my customer or my client as an award winner based on his contribution to the industry. So you can even invite your customer to take up or become a recipient of an award. You never know, right? So this you need to think about how do you creatively innovate. It could be a low cost. It could be as low cost. The events could be as low cost as like something kind of a WhatsApp challenge. It could be a small showroom opening. Maybe like you have opened a new showroom, or maybe there's a celebration in the showroom in your office, and then you're inviting a customer. It could be as simple as that. So you don't have to always think about big and glamorous events. You can always do simple day-to-day, maybe a monthly or a quarterly events, and then you can invite them. So what happens when they come to the event? Basically you need to create some kind of an engagement with them. Like for example, there is some activity which is planned where they contribute. There's they participate in some kind of a thinking, in some kind of a contribution in terms of ideas, something like that. Maybe they share the feedback and how you can innovate in your in your business and things like that. So events, basically the third step, that is the events. Experiential event is very, very critical in marketing. I think a lot of big brands are moving towards experiential events. They really found experiential event has two different advantage. One, it basically brings in the brand in direct contact with the customer or the prospects, At the same time, there is a lot of shareable content in the event. When you're taking a video or a photograph, it becomes a lot of shareable content which you can generate out of that, which you can actually post it in social media. Either the customer themselves can post it, or you can curate and post it in the social media. Yeah, so that's the third E in 5 steps experience marketing. And next we were going to be talking about the next B, which is the P, which I'm going to be talking about in the next video. Before that, what is the call for action which you're going to be taking when people are coming to your thing? Call for action is you need to engage them with a promotional campaign, promotional offer. So you need to offer that, and then I will come to the promotion, the fourth step, which is the P. I will come to that. So before that, what you need to do is you need to basically get a lot of shareable content from them during the event. You need to get a lot of you need to offer them promotional offers which are very, very experiential in nature. So I will come to that, but as of now, we just remember call to action is you need to get a lot of shareable content during the event. You also need to offer promotional offers to them. Yeah, so that it basically speed ups, or it's like it basically acts as a catalyst to make the speedy decision. Yeah, so that is the call for action, and the assignment for you today is basically to list down what are the various kinds of events you have been participating, you as a brand are participating, and what are the various kinds of events you can do to bring your customers. What are the celebration your company does? What are the activities you participate? What are the conferences you can organize? What are the knowledge sessions you can do? What are the ceremonies which you can involve your customers? Like that. So list down the list, maybe like 5 to 6 in an year. I will be able to do some maybe like 4 different events, or maybe 5 different events, or 10 different events. So these are the various categories of people I will invite. So list down maybe like 3 to 4 different events where you can invite your customers to be part of it. That's the assignment for today. So thank you for listening. So the first step is success stories, second step is teaching a tribe, third step is experiential event. So keep following the series. We have 2 more steps to cover. Bye bye, and then we will catch you in the next video. And this is Balachandra Pichai. I'm an event manager by passion and profession. Bye bye.